Hello and welcome to the Chip Advisor podcast. Yes, I'm Phil and I'm here with Harry. How are you, Harry?
I am absolutely tremendous. Now, my children listened to the podcast last week and they wanted to know, did Phil play the theme tune?
Did Phil play the theme tune as in
Yes.
press the button?
No, on the ukulele.
Yes, he did in a mad hurry before work. Hence why it's so bad.
Oh, no, well, they like it.
Oh,
They also,
well.
I mean,
please.
to tell you, they also sing It's a Quiz now around the house,
Oh, that is perfect.
which is quite annoying.
It's a real, is it earworm? Earworm the word?
Yeah, it is.
What a treat. Well, I
Yeah.
can happily play that whenever. Newsflash, there's a special quiz theme especially for tonight.
Wow.
So they won't be hearing It's a Quiz.
Oh.
So you might have to put on last week's episode if you... I mean, don't switch off, listeners, if that's all you're here for, because I'll play it at the end if you really want. We're also here with Lewis. How are you, Lewis?
I am very well, thank you, Phil.
Good. And you've just de-vicared yourself. You're no longer a vicar?
No, I'm just preparing for my day off, so I have removed said dog collar and de-vicared for one day at least.
Fair enough. And Mike has come in some glasses that he doesn't need. How are you, Mike?
How now, brown cow? Yeah, I'm okay, thank you very much. Glasses that I don't necessarily need, but he did say that I will one day need glasses, and so this is preparation for that day.
Good. That is how it works. So I'm really pleased. So we don't usually have much of a plan here, as you may have guessed, but we were discussing what to talk about this week. What do we do? What do we talk about? We all threw in some suggestions, and then Mike came out and just said Fanta was made by Nazis. So with that in mind, we'll discover whether that is true or not. So we're going to be discussing Fanta. Available in many, many countries around the world. There are over 200 varieties of Fanta that have existed so far.
Wow.
Just briefly.
Flavors?
Flavors, yeah.
Okay.
So just going round, Harry, what's your favourite Fanta flavour? Just so we know where we're at, really.
Well, good question. What's the pink one?
Oh, the fruit twist? Fanta fruit twist?
I drank a lot of that at university for lunch. I had you might be amazed to believe that I ate the same lunch at university every day for 3 years. But
Was it a cherry? Was it a black cherry yogurt?
It wasn't a black cherry yogurt. I'd left home. I was broadening
moved on
my horizons.
Yeah. What was your?
It was a Fanta fruit twist, a chicken and bacon sandwich.
As a student, you were affording
this is a meal deal,
such as chicken.
Yeah,
it was a meal deal, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't making it. This is a meal deal. Yeah, and then some sort of packet of crisps. I can't remember, and a 12-corner dessert.
Well, hold on. What item are you getting? What are there's 4 items in that meal deal?
What is a 12-corner dessert?
It's like a chocolate pudding.
Like a Muller yogurt. It's like a Muller yogurt, but a chocolate dessert and flake.
Yeah, That was extra. I mean, I was a renegade.
Goodness
me.
I
mean, deal with it. That was it.
Oh. Wow. What's your go-to meal deal, Lewis?
Oh, good question. I like a tuna crunch.
Oh my goodness!
Which maybe we'll maybe look at your views on fish at some point.
Yeah.
What makes it crunchy? Sorry, just to ask.
It's a pepper. Yeah. Rather than calling it tuna and pepper, it seems to be called tuna crunch, and the crunch is simply pepper. As in vegetable, not the vegetable, not the
not ground pepper.
No. And then spicy Doritos. And then, I might occasionally even consider a Fanta. But if I was going to have a Fanta, if we're continuing on the theme, I like is it Fanta? Is it lemon ice? Something like that.
Oh yeah.
It's the lemon ice one. Yeah, I'm quite partial to that.
I love the way you just said, if we're continuing with the theme of Fanta.
I mean,
Yes, we do.
I mean, this must be the longest we've been on theme for.
Phil, what's your go-to meal deal, Phil?
Well, the one stop down the road from work does a breakfast, so it's sausage, bacon, egg, tomato relish. It's effectively ketchup sandwich, and I don't know why places do this, but that one's a triple. It's a triple sandwich.
Yeah. Well, happy days, yeah.
I don't know why anyone buys 2 sandwiches when they can get the triple for the same price in the meal deal.
Yeah.
Especially when it's something as horrible as tuna. But yeah, usually that. If I'm going crisps over chocolate bar, quite often it is Doritos, the hot ones, the red ones.
The chili heat waves.
Chili heat waves, thank you. If I'm going chocolate, it's usually a Whisper Gold, which I have to refrigerate first. And for drink, I sometimes go wild and get a Yazoo milkshake. But if I am going,
goodness, the curdling.
But what I like to do more than that is to get the really expensive smoothies, even though I don't want one.
Yeah.
Because that way I feel like I'm getting better value, even though they contain like spirulina or whatever that stuff is, this pond algae, But I like to get my money's worth. So sometimes I'll buy a grotesque smoothie and drink that. Michael, what's your favourite meal deal?
Well, thanks, and thanks for asking with such authenticity. Firstly, I would say my go-to is all day breakfast, like yourself, salt and vinegar squares, and a cherry Coke.
As part of my new meal deal, I'd have salt and vinegar squares.
Yeah, big fan of that. But if there are certain supermarkets where a sausage roll or a Scotch egg counts as a side, I'm all over that.
There is never any need for a Scotch egg ever, even if it is a side.
Well, that feels like our next episode, the old Scotch egg.
Well, you don't want to go into a lift after you've eaten a Scotch egg.
We just don't want to eat a Scotch egg, is my advice. It's absolutely disgusting.
There's a lot of comedy moments in sitcoms down the years with Scotch eggs. I can think of 2 straight away.
Partridge
Keith having his in the office, and Partridge. So maybe we should hop onto that next episode.
Maybe we should start talking about Fanta.
Okay, let's do it.
So I'll give you a bit of history, if you wish. Got to kind of tread carefully with what music I'm playing whilst I talk here, because there's some sensitive subjects. So I may just go au naturel and not play music, if that's okay.
What? No Wagner?
Wagner? What, from X
From
Factor?
X Factor? Sex bomb, you're my sex bomb.
He was called Wagner, wasn't he?
It's Wagner, baby.
Well, it is spelled with a W.
Yeah.
But,
well, let's go. I haven't got any 1920s German music, so I'm just going to go naturel for now, because
I
it's
just
quite
want
a
to
long
point out that
history.
he was a Third Reich composer, Wagner. Sorry, just to.
No, sure. No, we are genuinely aware of that.
You knew that, did you? Sorry,
Just
to
be clear.
I mean, sorry, and again, the Third Reich liked him. He wasn't actually a member of the Third Reich.
Okay, and just to be clear,
just to clear that in case there's any of his family listening.
Just to be clear, Wagner from X Factor was Brazilian, so had no relevance to this story whatsoever.
Yeah, do you know what? I saw a thing that comes up on social media sometimes that you won't believe what he looks like now, and he
looks identical.
Yeah, well, he does essentially, except he's just got slightly greyer.
So this Wagner, who I know the composer more than the X Factor contestant.
Oh yeah,
he's Brazilian, but they speak Portuguese in Brazil. So how would you say Wagner with a Portuguese accent? I don't.
Like this. It's Wagner, baby.
No. I don't think that's correct.
I mean, that was German, really, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, you've gone German there, Mike.
Well, he definitely was Brazilian, and he definitely sounded like that. That's all I can tell you.
Okay.
He did have an OnlyFans account. Just having a quick read.
Oh,
now.
crikey!
His real name, Wagner Fiutza Carrillo, had announced last week that he was joining the content subscription service OnlyFans, which, as we know, does have some cheeky members on there. He began charging fans yes, indeed. Oh, okay. He began charging fans a subscription fee of $9.99 per month, promising that he'd be sharing new music on the platform and would be the human sex bomb. I mean, I referenced that song just now. However, just days after launching the venture, the 66-year-old announced that he would be deleting the page, suggesting that his intentions had been misconstrued, saying, "I'm going to delete my OnlyFans page because a lot of people were getting me wrong, thinking I was going to show sexual content there. That was never my intention. I just wanted to motivate you to look after yourselves and have a fit body, and I wanted to entertain you singing funny songs in a censorship-free platform. I'm sorry." Oh, Wagner. I would have been intrigued as
Did you
to
have
the
to cancel
content.
your subscription?
No. I mean, when I think about X Factor contestants down the years, he's not one of my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, not one of my favorite. That would of course
I
be
know
Danica,
him.
'cause-
I know him. But
What do you mean you know him?
This is a big story breaking news.
What do you mean you know him?
Oh no, I know of him, but I haven't watched X Factor, so I don't know how I know of him.
He was on Harry Hill's TV Burp quite regularly. He would come on at the end and sing a song.
Maybe that's where I know him. Good news, and thank you very much if you're listening from nearby or further afield. We've picked up some listeners in Norway, Germany, France, Australia, America. We've had lots of listeners from far and wide. So thank you very much. It's very exciting.
I mean, I don't want to use the phrase global phenomenon, but because I can't say it.
I don't think you just did.
But
Are we
it does
still
feel that
talking
we're
about
headed that
Wagner?
way. Do you know he's got a wife who's 30 years old and he's 66?
I don't have a cashback button. Okay, so 1929, Coca Cola, and there's a lot about Coca Cola, I'm afraid, even though we're talking about Fanta. For those who don't realise, Coca Cola make Fanta. So Coca Cola entered the German market in 1929. And they opened a couple of bottling plants and they pushed and advertised, but the Germans weren't particularly fond of the all-American lifestyle and it didn't catch on too well. But they didn't give up and they employed a man by the name of Max Keif, which is spelt Keith. It's very confusing. So if I say Keith, I mean Keif. Okay. He loved Coca-Cola.
With the TH?
Keith, Max Keif.
How do you know that it's pronounced Keif?
Michael, he's German, so EITH is therefore an IF noise.
Can we just ask Mike how it's pronounced because he is the expert?
Hang on, let me
Keith?
get some.
It's Keith, baby.
Perfect. So we got Max Keif. I'm going to stick with Keif because I've started, so I'll finish.
Keithy
So
Keif.
he loved Coca-Cola and believed in the product. So they had a huge push everywhere, especially at sports events. The Berlin Olympics in 1936. Do you remember that?
Certainly do. Big Jesse Owens was the big story that year.
Well, Coca-Cola was a big story, and as far as I'm concerned, Coca-Cola was advertised all around the stadium. Coca-Cola bought bright red cars and got them emblazoned with Coca-Cola and drove them through towns, and would then pull up and give people free bottles of ice cold Coca-Cola.
Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. Is that where it was born?
I was going to say were the cars actually green, but they had to turn them red for the advertising, a bit like Father Christmas.
At this point, they were red. But in September of 1936, Hermann Goering. Michael, are you happy with that?
Hermann Goering.
He's Hitler's second
Hermann
in command.
Goering, baby.
I was going to say he wasn't a nice chap. I don't think you need to do a comedy voice for him.
Yeah. I mean, you might not want to. Yeah, a bit of history knowledge would go amiss right here.
Oh no, I've got no idea what's happening with Herman.
Hermann Goering, not a nice man. Not a nice man.
He's not Egghead Herman from Guess Who.
Oh, now that is my favourite Herman. Hermann Goering, second in command for Hitler. He announced a plan in 1936 for German self-sufficiency because he knew what was going to happen in the future. And he limited imports. This meant that potentially Coca-Cola syrup imports from America would be stopped. And Coca-Cola syrup is a secret recipe that they didn't even pass to Coca-Cola Germany.
Wow.
The only place that made it in America had to export it all around the world, and they had to use that syrup. They wouldn't share the recipe. Yes, so Coca-Cola were worried that they might not be able to get their syrup into Germany, which was a growing market by this point because of the Olympics and sports events being sponsored by Coke and stuff like that. But the Coca-Cola president in the US, Robert Woodruff struck a deal with a German banking envoy and Hermann Goering himself to allow Coca-Cola to still export syrup to Germany. Excited? You with it so far, Mike?
I'm so sticking with this. Yeah, Herman's involved somewhere for sure, and Woodruff.
In 1937, a rival drinks manufacturer called Africola in Germany took a trip to the US and saw a bottle of Coca-Cola with Hebrew writing on it, indicating that Coca-Cola was kosher. He came back to Germany, where at that time they were very anti-Semitic, weren't they? As you may have heard in the news.
The Prodigy song.
Really? Okay.
Anti-Semitic accusation.
Okay, yes. So he started a rumor that Coca-Cola was run by a Jewish man called Harold Hirsch. Coca-Cola strongly denied this, and Max Keif pushed hard to show that Coca-Cola Germany was passionately German. And
what was the deal with Harold Hirsch?
Well, that was who Africola were claiming was running Coca-Cola. And so
doing it on the quiet, it was a bit of a Hirsch operation.
Thanks for taking us back for that. Much appreciated. So once the people in power in Germany heard that it might be a Jewish brand, they were questioning it. And so Max Keif started pushing hard to show how German Coca-Cola was, taking huge lorries to Hitler Youth rallies and big events, even got a picture of Hermann Goering enjoying a Coke. And in the 1939 10 years of Coca-Cola in Germany celebration, they ended the event with a big Sieg Heil. So they really were trying to show that they loved Germany. Coca-Cola continued to grow, and there were even bizarre rumors that Hitler liked drinking Coke whilst watching Gone with the Wind. When the war started, Max Keif feared that his supply of Coca-Cola syrup may disappear, so he started playing around trying to make another drink.
Here we go.
Here we go. We've laid the bed. Now let's get in it. So he, sorry.
It's an odd turn of phrase, but we'll crack on.
It's not a real saying. So he started playing around trying to make another drink that could be made in Germany that didn't rely on imports from the US. And after a lot of playing around with very limited ingredients, he made a drink from food scraps, apple pulp, and the cheese waste product whey. As in curds and whey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
It was murky brown, and after chatting to his team, they decided on the name Fanta, as it was a shortening of the German word Fantasy.
No way.
As in, let me be your fantasy?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
That's the one. It wasn't very popular because they liked Coke and they preferred Coke. But once America joined the war after Pearl Harbor, America refused to ship any Coke syrup to Germany, so Fanta was all they had. And then people loved Fanta in Germany, even though it wasn't the Fanta that we know today. A lot of people used it in their cooking because they were allowed to have sugar in the drink, so it was very sweet. And because sugar was rationed at the time in Germany, a lot of people
What are they putting that in? What are you putting Fanta in? Because
it just gives a bit of sweetness to, I assume, very boring food during a war.
I've got food. I don't need sweetness in it. Thank you very much. We've had this discussion. Sweet things in savoury. What are you putting Fanta in? Yeah, make some gravy with Fanta.
They might be putting Fanta in a pudding.
Oh, in a pudding. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour. Been there. Soon after the war, Max Keif gave all the profits he had made from Fanta to Coca-Cola in America. And eventually he was allowed to produce Coke in Germany again, so Fanta was phased out.
Why did he do that?
Why did he do what?
Why did he give all the money to Coca-Cola?
Because the Allies won the war.
Yeah.
And Coca-Cola wanted to know whether Max Keif had been in the Nazi party. And he was saying, no, I wasn't. Look, I can prove it. You can even have this. All the profits I made, it was a way of getting out of trouble.
So he paid them off?
He paid them off with the profits he'd made from Fanta. Fanta was eventually phased out. However, in 1955, the Italians came to the rescue of Fanta.
Here we go.
Every week.
What's wrong?
You just make this up so you can play that music, I think.
I do love this music. But what's wrong? What's wrong with the Italians? You don't want to upset our Italian
You just
listeners.
shoehorn them in every week.
Well, they're quite important to the story, and I didn't suggest Fanta. Mike did because he had heard a rumor.
Do we have any Italian listeners yet?
Oh, you've
Apart
got
from
an
yourself?
Italian host. Yeah. My children.
And co-host.
Well, no, we decided that it skipped your generation.
My
You
generation. We are the same generation.
Well,
We're brothers.
Yeah. You got the nose. I got the rest of the looks.
Right. Brilliant.
Is that a Pet Shop Boys song?
Let's make lots of money. Yes.
So, 1955, Coca Cola in Italy decided to remake Fanta, but instead of using apple pulp, whey from cheese, and scraps of food, they used locally sourced fresh orange juice.
That sounds much more sensible.
It does. This was the beginning of Fanta as we know it. There are
You
many
gotta wonder why
variations.
Keith didn't just use oranges in the first place.
Well, because he didn't probably grow oranges in Germany.
Yeah, they don't grow in Germany.
No, fine.
Well, I
That's why.
said that very boldly, but I don't think they do.
I'm happy to
They,
put on your gardening music, Harry.
No, it's absolutely fine. They sort of have
I'm going.
soft fruits, don't they? Sort of.
They're a bit more like our fruits.
Yeah. They're sort of. Yeah, I'm just trying to think now. Raspberries, strawberries,
Surely cherries.
blackcurrants. I mean, quite cherries. In fact, everything that you get in a Black Forest Gatto. I told
Exactly.
you last week I could
Exactly.
put the Black Forest Gatto into next week's show, and
Congratulations.
there we go. I don't trust. Well, I don't trust the German Fanta, and I don't trust having fruit and chocolate in the same pudding. There, I've said it.
What about fruit and nut chocolate?
I knew you were going to say that. It's different.
Yeah.
I don't like nuts with chocolate.
Well, right,
full stop.
because it's like fruit and its juice in Black Forest Gatto, isn't it?
Okay.
And then a raisin or sultana, whatever it is in fruit and nut, is a sort of dehydrated something.
Okay,
like
I'm happy to
I
run with you on this.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. But no, I don't trust it. Don't trust it.
Nuts should only be savoury, in my humble opinion. I don't think there's a sweet nut I like. Bit pointless.
I would agree.
Chocolate Brazil.
Macadamia.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I've ever been able to afford a macadamia nut. What does one of those taste like?
Tell us about it, Winterbourne friends.
I think you go down the whole food aisle in Tesco's, you'll find they're not that expensive.
And I like
They're next to the humble walnut, which
I don't
is
like
also
a walnut.
disgusting. Walnut.
Yeah.
What's the point of nuts?
Well, nuts.
Let me ask you that.
It's a seed, isn't it?
What's the point?
Well, so that
You might as well have a
plant
crisp.
they're
It's just a
enabled
poor
to
man's crisp, isn't it?
I mean, sorry. So your question is why do we eat nuts?
Why do
rather
we
than
eat
why
nuts?
do nuts exist?
No, sure. Yeah, that sounds a lot deeper than I'm willing to go tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does anybody eat nuts? They're not particularly flavoursome.
I think they're quite good for you.
They are good for you. They're good. They're full of omega-3
Protein.
which is also in
So
fish.
are fish fingers, though.
Is it?
You know, hit the button.
There you go.
There it is.
Wait for it.
I'd much rather get my omega.
What are you doing, Harry? Good point. Good point.
I'd much rather get a fish finger sandwich down me than I would eat a bag of macadamias.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna send us right back to the earliest stages of man, and man when they were hunter gatherers, they hunted meat, obviously, but when they couldn't find any meat, they would forage for nuts and berries.
So, do you think we've got an inherent appetite for nuts, so to speak? Has that been passed down from generation to generation, like my nose?
Yes.
You've been past all the generations, mate.
I just don't. I don't understand why anyone would eat nuts.
Did you used to have them at Christmas time in the shells and the whole rigmarole of trying to crack them open?
Exactly like that. A lot of hard work, and then when you eventually get to the nut, it doesn't really taste of anything. It's like eating wood.
It is like eating wood. That is excellent. Apart from,
I think you're not supposed to eat the shells.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Sure, but the bit inside is just like a bit of wood. What's the point?
yeah, I tend to agree. Apart from coated peanuts, The Thai sweet chili sensations coated peanuts. You warm them in the oven, bit of foil on top, 20 minutes. Warm them in the oven. A lovely sharing bowl. Sometimes that's my dinner. Me and my wife will share a bowl of nuts, and that'll be dinner.
Sure, but coat some twigs in some Thai sweet chili coating, and they'd probably be edible.
You could be right,
no,
but
I
I haven't.
don't.
They're not readily available on the shop
Oh,
floor.
Gardener's Corner wants to chime in, do they?
Yeah.
Twigs? Can't eat twigs?
Twigs are inedible.
Are they?
Yeah.
What?
If you ate a twig, I mean, and
Yeah.
just to get too graphic about it, it would pass straight through you, possibly with difficulty, depending on how sharp it was. And you would get no nutritional value from that twig, whereas you would get nutritional value from nuts.
What about dogs? Can they eat twigs?
Oh, my dog eats not just twigs; it eats whole branches.
Yeah.
But Harry is right; it does just pass straight through.
It passes straight through. It can be dangerous. You shouldn't ever throw a stick for a dog.
Does that then make their feces easier to pick up?
More rigid.
Yeah.
If it's wrapped around a twig, maybe that makes life a bit
Well, yeah, you just pick up the stick, I suppose, and it's hanging off the end.
dangerous. You don't want the dog running after that said stick again.
Maybe
And if they do eat sticks, do you just throw a stick and then rather than bring it back in the mouth, Lewis, does he just eat it?
As Harry said, it's not a good idea to throw sticks for dog, but the dog will just go and hunt them down and just crunch through them. Like a polo.
Dogs are a bit like nuts for me. I just don't get it. So don't understand it. What's the point? What's it bringing? What's the nut bringing? What's the dog bringing?
I like
Very different things.
A pistachio nut's quite nice as well.
I do love a pistachio.
Pistachio ice cream?
Yeah, so pistachio is very versatile because it can be salted and it can be sweet as well.
Oh no!
Yes.
When we went to Italy last year, myself and Phil, to his homeland, we went to a gelato bar, and I said, "Make me a recommendation to the guy behind the gelato bar."
Did you, or
And
did you say it in your funny voice?
Make me a recommendation, and he got me pistachio, and I was most underwhelmed.
Oh, it's delicious.
I do like a pistachio ice cream. Right, you're on your own there.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Anyway, so Fanta, they've made it. Are we there? They've made it. Oh, okay. Is
This
key
is
change?
the bit from Keeping Up
It's when
Appearances.
Westlife. It does sound like Keeping Up Appearances.
No, I think it is the tune from Keeping Up Appearances, that end bit.
That isn't. It's
don't
very
think that's
close.
true.
It's very similar. Very similar. Another reference for our Malaysian listeners.
I'm gonna look that up. Hold on.
Patricia
Hold
Routledge.
on a minute.
It's for our Malaysian listeners and for Mike's children.
Well, actually,
They'll all be getting up the Keeping Up Appearances references.
She looked a bit like Claire from Guess Who?
Who, Mrs.
Patricia
Bouquet?
Routledge.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad you finished that. I didn't say Claire, your wife.
I thought you were going there.
I was going to
no,
say
not
that
my
was.
wife.
Yeah, okay.
No, she looks more like Onslow.
So,
I joke, of course.
it's Gardener's Corner.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you want some what?
So, Clive Swift, who played Mr. Bouquet, is the father of Joe Swift off of Gardener's World.
Oh, someone who, up until now, I was not aware of. But
Oh, okay, sorry. Beg your pardon.
No.
I've
I've heard of Titchmarsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the titular character of the gardening world, and then I've heard of Monty Don. But apart from that, I'm struggling.
He
What
presented.
about the lady who
Charlie Dimmock.
Yeah, my old electronics teacher had loads of newspaper cuttings of her in his drawer that I once opened looking for a ruler, and it said, "I thought you'd like this, Kevin."
Oh,
And it's just loads of newspaper cuttings of Charlie Dimmock.
it feels like another sort of Alan Partridge.
Oh, here we go.
Can you hear this?
Yeah.
That's not the Italian national anthem.
There is a similarity there, I've got to agree.
Which came first?
Yeah.
There's Michael Schumacher standing on top of the podium. He's gone again with Ferrari.
He's gone for the Ferrari, not the German.
Yeah. See what's happened there. Right. So, Anyway, the Italians saved Fanta and they started making it again. Actually, in America, they didn't release Fanta until a good 10, 15 years later because they were worried it would take away from Coca Cola sales, which is a very strange angle to take, but they didn't release Fanta until then. But there are now many variations with flavors local to countries all over the world, and they're constantly being created. Lots of new ones they do now surprise ones in the UK, which I'm not buying a drink if I don't know what it's going to taste like.
No.
I don't want to be surprised by watermelon flavor or something horrendous like that.
Is that are you allowed to do that? That feels like a very strange thing. It feels like
there'd
be some
mystery
sort of warning
flavors.
It
does feel a bit strange. There was a market locally at the local racetrack, Matcham's Market, and there was a stall there where they had boxes wrapped in bin bags.
Yeah,
and you would pay £10 or £20 for a box, and it could have something brilliant in it. It could have something dreadful in it. So yeah, they'd sell these boxes, and then people would open them, and you'd see one person win a microwave oven for £10, and you think, well, I'm going to get on board with that, and then
that'll be the plant.
A beach ball. There'd be the occasional beach ball. It's a bit like Amazon. They do the mystery box. They do the mystery box as well. But people that have got enough money to spend £25 on a mystery box from Amazon, time or the money, frankly.
But also, you don't have to consume anything you buy from Matcham's Market. Whereas what Lewis's point is that people who are going to have a drink that potentially could kill them if they're allergic to watermelon essence or something.
Oh, would you have to have an ingredients list on the back of the wrapper, and then try and work out what's in it, like what the flavor is?
I think it would just say like natural flavorings or.
Okay.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, you won't get me buying that. I'm a big fan of the fruit twist myself. I had a situation last weekend. It was my daughter's 12th birthday. She was having a sleepover. I bought some, a few cans of drinks.
Go on. Hey.
Fanta, Sprite, only available Sprite Zero. Don't get me started. Fanta, Sprite, some Tango. What's it called? Tango Passion or Tropical Passion or something like that. They're trying to take down Rio. I've had a chat with Tango on Twitter. Paradise Punch. They're trying to take down Rio. Just a heads up. Anyway, I bought these drinks, and my wife said, "Well, you can't give them to them because their parents, they might not want them to have fizzy drinks." And I was like, "They're 12. Of course, they'll be allowed fizzy drinks." Anyway, this one girl turns up, opens the fridge, says, "Yes, Fanta. I'm not allowed that at home," and just starts drinking it. Mayhem. Our security cameras were set off at 2:30 in the morning in the garden by children on the swings.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was not good. Not good. And I do blame Fanta for that.
Wow.
It's disappointing. Right. I've got a very exciting quiz. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, couldn't be more ready.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay, here's the special one-off quiz theme song.
Fanta flavor or a mustard engraver. 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 Fanta flavor or a mustard engraver.
Fanta flavor or a mushroom engraver?
Yeah, why would you want to engrave a mushroom?
No, master engraver. So, very simple game. The game is called Fanta flavor or a master engraver. So, I've got some names, and you've got 5 each. Either the whole name will be a completely real name of a master engraver somewhere in the world. I've looked. I've checked with the...
Sorry, a master engraver?
Yeah, they engrave things very skillfully. There's a guild for them in various countries.
When Manchester City won the whatever it was, and there was a picture of them engraving the right, okay.
And that was a master engraver doing that, was it?
Well, I don't know the person
called Billy Blueberry.
I don't know. I don't know. So, or their surname will be a genuine Fanta flavor somewhere in the world, and I'll have made up their first name.
Oh my goodness me!
Master engraver Fanta Naranka.
So it's Fanta flavor or a master engraver. Lewis, you can go first.
Okay.
So we've got the concept. Your first name is Robert Strosin.
Sorry, Phil. Something of this magnitude warrants attention, bed.
Yes. Robert Strosin, Lewis. Robert Strosin. Is it a Fanta flavour or a master engraver? And they are genuine master engravers. I haven't made them up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go master engraver.
Master engraver. You don't
Yeah.
think Strosin is a flavour?
No,
of
I think
Fanta
the work of Strosin. I can imagine.
You are right to think that.
Yes.
Yeah, you're off the mark. It's a good start. Harry.
What the heck is Strosin?
It's a surname, Michael.
Surname of a man who engraves.
What?
Or
That's
woman.
ridiculous. I mean, if it's not even a fruit,
Oh, Mike, you've got.
are they going to be this easy? Am I
You
going to
have
get
not
Bob
followed
Smith?
this game.
It's a very simple concept, Michael. Please wait until it's your turn.
Fine.
Okay.
Harry. Luca Chinotto.
Luca Chinotto. How are you spelling that, please?
Luca or Chinotto?
No, the Chinotto. I'm presuming Luca is not relevant.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Chinotto.
Chinotto.
Sounds like my botto.
Luca Chinotto.
Well, I'm going to say it's a
Fanta
Fanta
flavour?
flavour. I've got no idea. I mean, it's 50-50, isn't it? Flavour, not engraver.
Yes, and you are right. It
Good.
is often in a black can. It's in Italy. It's made from the fruit of the myrtle-leafed orange tree. Michael.
Right. Don't find them in Germany. Yes.
You don't. Papa Hip Hop. Papa Hip
Right.
Hop. Is that a Fanta flavour or a master engraver?
Flavour with an A.
Well, hip hop would presumably be beer. See
Well,
what
that's
I've done
clever. Yeah,
Thank you.
Fanta flavour, master
there? Yeah, I'll
engraver.
go Fanta flavour.
Papa Hip Hop. You think it's a Fanta flavour?
Yeah.
Correct. Japan did a series of mystery flavors, and hip hop was one of the flavors.
So what was the clue again?
Papa Hip Hop.
Papa hip
Papa
hop.
Hip Hop. You are not trusting them with your wedding rings, are you? Papa
No,
Hip
it's
Hop. So
true.
thank goodness it's a flavour.
This is true. Lewis. Daniel Love. Fanta flavor or a master engraver?
Right. Oh, like Harry said, it's 50-50.
That is how the game works.
Can I phone a friend?
Well, I was going to say this. You've taken this music from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, haven't you? So
Nope.
you could. No.
I'm gonna say it's a flavour fave. A flavour.
I'm afraid you're incorrect. Daniel Love is a master engraver.
Of course.
Master engraver.
Billy me.
Okay, Harry.
Yes.
Martin Rubino. Not Ribena. Martin Rubino. Rabeno. Is it Fanta Rubino? Or is Martin Rubino a master engraver?
Well, he's a master engraver, isn't he?
You think he said that very confidently?
He did.
He does know his master engravers, does Harry. Martin Rubino is a master engraver, so 2 from 2. Michael.
Hello there.
Nishi Nashi.
Nishi Nashi.
Nishi Nashi. Is that a master engraver or a Fanta flavour?
That feels like an Asian Fanta flavour to me. Bit of Nishi Nashi.
No.
Yeah.
You go for Nishi Nashi as a
Yeah.
Fanta flavour.
Yeah.
I can reveal it is made from Japanese pear juice.
Get
It
in
is
there.
a Fanta flavour. Congratulations, 2 from 2.
Oosh.
Lewis. Are you there?
I am here.
I just couldn't hear any excitement or
Okay.
anything like
Yeah,
that.
where was the enthusiasm?
Okay. No,
Mike's-
I think I'm losing. I've got to say, Mike's just left the building.
Mike's left. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine.
Okay.
Teku Shakata. Teku Shakata. Fanta flavour or master engraver?
Right. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say master engraver.
Teku Shakata.
I feel like we've just had a Japanese sort of sounding one, so maybe.
Master engraver he's gone for. Chicata is actually a very popular Fanta flavor around the world. It's lemon and elderberry flavor, and yeah, especially in the Middle East, very popular. Teku's Chicata. Well, Teku's just a made-up word. Chicata though is a popular Fanta flavor. So
Can I just go to Gardener's Corner?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Now you can.
The elderflower and the elderberry, are they related?
Yes.
Are they from the same plant?
Well, they're the berry is the
Berry?
is the flat. Yeah. Is well. No. What's the word?
Fruit.
The fruit of the
And the elderflower is the flower from same
the flower.
plant.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Well, thank you.
There's the pollinated. That's the word. Sorry, that's the word I was groping for in the dark. Yeah. Once the flower is pollinated, it then turns into the berry. Yeah.
What? Is that right?
Yeah.
So the elderflower is like the
The elderflower
is an egg.
Wow. Okay. Stop the music.
And then
hang on. Hang on a second.
that's an egg.
Yeah.
And then along comes the bee.
Okay. Yeah. So you're familiar with the pollinating plants as a way of regenerating.
Ish, to be honest.
So the flower comes out. It smells nice. It attracts the bees or other insects, which then move the pollen onto.
Is it doing that on purpose?
Of course.
Because it wants to turn into a raspberry, elderberry.
Yeah. This is this thing again. Right. Everything in nature wants to survive. Everything wants to regenerate. So its sole purpose in generating the flowers isn't for your enjoyment to, on your country walk to think, oh, that's nice. It's to attract insects and bees to
All
pollinate
flowers
it.
are?
Yes.
I did not know that. Did you know that, Phil?
What?
You didn't. Phil's going to try and play this call. He did not know that.
I've got strawberries, raspberries. I got broccoli, but
we've all got plants, Phil. But that doesn't mean we know why flowers become flowers.
I'm an adult, so I do. Yes, Harry.
You know that all flowers. No, we'll come back to broccoli in a minute. You knew before tonight that all flowers are there simply to attract attention and to survive.
Flavor or a mustard engraver. Fanta flavor
No,
or a mustard
turn that off.
Fanta flavor or a mustard engraver.
Turn that off.
It's simple. Flora and fauna, it really is.
The
purpose of a flower is for the plant to produce seed.
Right. Did you know
to
this?
grow and be a next generation?
Well, I can't now
Come on,
think
Lewis.
about it. I'm loving that phrase. It's simple flora or fauna. It's a phrase I've never heard before. But
Lewis,
I
you
very
didn't
much
know this,
enjoyed.
did you? You didn't know this.
Of course he did. He's a vicar. He's eaten a
You didn't
daffodil
think-
in an
you didn't-
assembly.
You have never thought walking along a meadow, oh, there's loads of reproductive organs. You've never thought that.
Well, I've never thought. I knew that's what the process was. I wouldn't have walked down the street necessarily thinking about the details.
Wow, that's genuinely. I found that very fascinating.
But what
Very
did you think?
insightful.
What did you think the purpose of
Purpose? Why does
flowers
there need to
was?
be a purpose? Why can't they just look nice, smell nice?
Well,
Why
because
does there need to be a purpose?
only
Beauty was the purpose.
yeah, but only human beings.
You're like with me.
Only human beings are so safe in their surroundings that they can actually worry about things like that. All other animals are worrying about staying alive, eating, and reproducing. Animals.
Oh, I'm
and
very
plants.
much about those three things myself.
Yes,
to be
absolutely. But as humans, as top of the food chain, we've been able to branch out into thinking abstract thoughts about plants on our country walks.
Fair. Wow.
We're in a very fortunate
Wow.
position.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I've learned. You've confirmed for me that elderberry and elderflower, and I'd only made that connection tonight. That they're related.
Yeah.
But the plant. Yeah. Wow. That's
It's deep.
mind blown.
Please don't.
I mean, it's deep on one level. It's something that's taught in all primary schools on another. It's the yin and yang.
I clearly wasn't listening that day.
Let's not forget that Mike is the guy who genuinely thought the pyramids were made of sand.
Well, that's true.
This is what we're dealing with, and I feel like this diversion has been an attempt for Mike to end Fanta flavor or a master engraver.
No, I've loved the whole mushroom, whatever it is. I've loved it. Let's crack on.
Okay,
Back to the attention bed.
Hold on. Just before we leave this. So broccoli is an immature flower. And if you leave a broccoli to grow, it will actually flower. But it's like if you think
like
about
carrots.
the floret. Well, no, not like carrots,
No.
because that
don't like carrots. We're
Oh,
gardener
try?
buddies, aren't we? We know.
Is it like a courgette? They have flowers after a while.
I'll be quiet, Lewis. No one cares. I was wrong.
No, the broccoli is quite unique in that it is actually the flower head, and if you leave it, it will flower. If you leave it growing in your garden, it will flower.
What colour? What colour will it become?
Yellow. It's related to
Could you eat that? Could you eat that?
Could do. It's edible, but it wouldn't be very nice. So that is slightly different in terms of vegetables, but courgette is in the same way as an elderflower and berry are related. The courgette is when the courgette flower has been pollinated. The courgette grows behind it, and it's got all the seeds in the middle, right? And
what's a courgette flower?
You know, people.
It's yellow. If you grow a courgette, it will flower first, and then the courgettes will.
Never seen that in squash.
I've seen people batter courgette flowers and eat them.
Yeah, you can fill them with stuff. They do it on MasterChef all the time. Anyway,
is that what they put on the top of curries?
No,
It looks a bit like a tulip.
No, that's when they cut carrot neatly.
Yes.
Does it?
Yeah, that's more origami than no, that's not origami.
Origami, no, it's more craftsman, just craftsmanship. Fine.
Yeah, it's craft work
done by a master engraver.
Done by a master engraver.
Oh, Lewis!
Thank you, Lewis.
Goodness, Lewis.
Drawing us back.
I'd gone craft work in Germany.
Yeah, well, I was going to do that, Tour de France and all, but yeah, no, I like that better. Well done, Lewis.
Okay,
anyway, on with the quiz.
Tension bed. Let's go.
Oh, now he wants a tension bed.
Whose go was it?
Lewis had just got shikata wrong, so it's Harry's go.
Yeah,
this is probably the last go of this, is it?
No, it's not. I'm gonna.
We're already halfway through.
Yeah, Harry.
Yes.
Timothy Bananas. Timothy Bananas. Banana. It might be Fananas.
That's
Timothy Bananas.
As in the Gwen
Well,
Stefani
original.
song.
Oh, if you want.
Well, Fananas. No, he. Yeah. Oh, it's a flavor. It's a flavor.
It is. It's a Croatian pineapple Fanta.
I knew it was.
Well done, Harry.
Like ananas, which is pineapple in French, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Michael.
Hello.
Sam Alfano.
Yeah, master engraver.
Correct.
Oh.
You and Harry are both at 100%.
Love it.
Okay, Lewis. Kiyoshi Terui. Fanta flavor or a master engraver? Kiyoshi Terui.
I've not been doing very well at this. I'm gonna go. Let's go, master engraver.
Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
yes.
Well done, that man.
Excellent.
Harry.
Yes.
Gabriel Flada.
Yeah.
Gabriel
Interesting
Flada.
one. I can tell you that pomme de terre is French for potato, but literally means apple of the earth, and that is. He is a master engraver.
It's not. It's.
I can't believe it.
Swedish
Here we go. Come on, then.
elderflower.
Oh,
Swedish elderflower.
Oh, is it bloody elderflower? Already been castigated about my knowledge of that, and now I've lost the quiz on it.
You should know that
you?
Flada is Swedish for elderflower. We've all learned something tonight. Michael.
Hello for the win.
Not yet. Barry
Really?
Green.
Barry Green. Well, there's definitely a green Fanta. I'm going to say
Barry
Fanta.
Green.
He's a master engraver, Mike.
Oh, balls.
There's not a Fanta Green. There is a Fanta Greens with a Z on the end.
Come on.
Multiple green fruits in it.
You've done me there on a technicality.
I have.
Well, that sounds nice. Where's that from?
Oh, we don't have time for me to look that up now. If you want to search Fanta Greens, you can.
I'll
I think
look it up
it's
later.
continued. Lewis, this one isn't going to win you it because only Harry and Mike can win now. But Daniel Mucho.
Mucho.
Oh, I I'm almost definite that that's a flavour.
Almost.
You're right, Daniel Mucho. It's
I knew it.
orange and passion fruit Mucho Fanta, available amongst other places in Bosnia and Herzegovina and Serbia.
Okay, I knew that.
Okay, Harry.
Yes.
This one to pile the pressure on Mike.
Okay, good.
Alvin Chiwiwi.
I mean, that sounds like a rancid flavour.
Alvin Chiwiwi.
Alvin Chiwiwi.
Fanta flavour or a master engraver?
I mean, there can't be a urine flavoured Fanta, surely.
Yeah, no, I think it is. I think it's a Fanta flavour.
Oh, it's not. It's a master engraver.
Oh,
Alvin-
well done, Mike.
Alvin Chiwiwi is a master engraver. So, Mike, this for the win,
Okay, come
or
on.
it will be a draw between you and Harry, and there will be no tie break because this
Thank
quiz,
goodness for that.
due to your diversions, has gone on for a record time.
Sorry.
Mike,
Yes.
Franz Grokif. Franz Grokif.
Are you sure it's
spelling?
not? You sure it's not Grokif? Or Grokif? I'm going to say.
Grokiff.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say Fanta flavour for the win.
Is it 'cause I'm cool?
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Amazing.
Is it 'cause
Brilliant.
I'm cool?
I don't know
Wow,
why I
triple
played
is it
3
'cause I'm
times.
cool. Why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Because it's not like we're
3 for the
overrunning
win.
anyway. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
And Harry would know this. Grokif is French elderflower. So there
A
we
lot of
go.
elderflower knocking about
Very
Fanta.
popular.
There is.
Yeah,
Right, let's get to our well, hang on a second, because that was Fanta flavour or master engraver.
Fanta flavour or a mustard engraver. Fanta flavour or a mustard engraver. Fanta flavour or a mustard engraver. Fanta flavour or a mustard engraver. Fanta flavour or a mustard engraver. Fanta flavour or a mustard engraver. Fanta flavour or a mustard engraver.
Still hearing
Fanta flavour
mushroom.
or a mustard engraver.
I think it sounds like Harry who's had helium.
No, the chipmunks are very quiet these days, so they'll do you a jingle for 20 quid. Should have Fanta in Germany in 2015. They did a advert to celebrate 75 years of Fanta, and it was a TV advert, and it had the tagline "Fanta Classic brings back the feeling of the good old days." Now,
Lovely.
The good old days being Nazi Germany.
yes, yeah,
When it was cloudy and made of sheep's whey. whatever it
yeah.
was.
So, and they had so many complaints that they had to immediately stop it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please, they
Yeah,
did.
yeah. So let me play you a very catchy Fanta advert. They've done some better adverts than the one in Germany. So I will play you now the Fanta advert. The Fantanas. Here we go. Here's the Fantanas with Want a Fanta.
Wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna? Show on the road. Oh dear, get a Fanta, get in gear. Don't you wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna? Yes, the sun is hot. You need some of what we've got. Don't you wanna? Wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna?
I
Get
mean,
the idea.
I want a Fanta.
You do want a Fanta?
Good grief. Good grief.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
It's like the
pretty
Pussycat
crazy.
Dolls were doing an advert for Fanta
It was
there.
a bit like that's what came to my mind as well.
It merged. If Pussycat Dolls were doing the ketchup song.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was just like that. They did a commercial, Fanta, that the tagline was "It's fun to be thirsty," which I strongly disagree with.
Doesn't seem like good advice, does it?
Yeah, right. Surely that's kicking themselves in the foot, isn't it? I mean,
Surely it'd be fun to have previously been thirsty and now have my thirst quenched.
yeah.
Yeah, I won't play
just
that one
quickly,
because
just quickly to reference the phrase I just used, kicking yourself in the foot. Difficult, and unless it's the other foot, and not a phrase. So,
yeah,
I recognise that here and now.
that's very good of you. Yeah, my colleague often says that you shouldn't pour more bread on the fire, and I haven't got the heart to tell him.
Well, you shouldn't know, really, to be fair. So it's not a phrase, but it's probably quite a good thought.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
What is it? Shooting yourself in the foot, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the one. That's
And then
the one.
you'll kick yourself when you hear the answer to
Yes.
whatever the
Yes.
quiz was called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the quiz was called, how
Yeah, what was it?
ridiculously harsh. What was the quiz called? I
I
can't
forgot
believe.
what the quiz is called.
Fanta
What was it
flavour
called?
or mushroom engraver. wasn't it?
Yeah, that
Oh
was
my
it.
goodness.
That was it. Yes.
Oh no.
Fanta flavour or a mustard engraver. Fanta flavour or a mustard engraver.
Very clear. Master engraver. Right. So we've got questions.
Okay.
Of course we have. Some of them are more laddish than I fear any of us are. But Paul
Oh,
asks,
gosh, okay. Yes.
when on holiday abroad, which Fanta tastes better mixed with vodka? Mike, you'll know.
Oh.
Oh, you know me. I love a voddy.
You're a voddy builder.
I mean, I need to point out that I've only had probably about 4 alcoholic drinks in my entire lifetime. 2 of them were peach schnapps, Archers and lemonade, and one of those was a pint of beer when Boris Johnson finally left as PM, and the other I think was a glass of champagne at a wedding once. So I'm probably not overly qualified, but I would imagine lemon would go
Yeah,
nice. It'd be quite refreshing with vodka.
I think vodka tastes a bit like bleach, so you'd need a strong flavour. So yeah, the icy lemon one sounds good to me.
Okay.
Any other thoughts on that, gentlemen?
Well, I've just looked up the Fanta greens.
Oh yes.
Which is favoured in France and Portugal, and it's melon, lime, and apple. I imagine that'll go quite nicely with vodka.
Yeah, that would go nice
Yeah,
with vodka.
that's quite
I imagine.
refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had some. We don't get many of the good flavours. They've got a pina colada one somewhere. That would be all right. Although I've had the pina colada Baileys recently. It's quite strong. Quite strong.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not sure we've got time to unpack that now, but I mean, wow.
The problem was, I thought this is too strong. I'm going to put a bit of pineapple juice in it. Well, that curdled immediately. It was a hideous mess.
Yeah.
So utter waste of expensive Bailey stuff. Anyway, Nick says Fanta or Orangina, which is best?
Oh, now I didn't put those Fanta Orangina because I was thinking as we've been going along, there's Fanta Sun-Kissed Tango Orange. I was wondering the best out of those, and now they've thrown Orangina into the mix as well.
It's lovely that you've gone Sun-Kissed as an option.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Sun-Kissed? You don't see it anymore, do you?
No, you don't see Sun-Kissed. You do sometimes see it in a kebab shop.
Right. Okay.
Because the cans are 20 years old.
So sorry. The question was Fanta or Orangina?
Yeah.
I think I would. I'd just go Orangina.
Yeah, the classy answer is Orangina, isn't it?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
You've got that, it's a bit French or Algerian, as we discovered. the
We
other week.
referenced Orangina the other day,
Yeah.
and Lewis used a fairly inappropriate phrase, I think, in relation to it.
Oh, did he?
Shake it
it
to
away.
wake it.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it's questionable.
I mean, I
As a
don't think
slogan,
I
that
can
is
lay
questionable.
claim to that as my phrase.
Well,
I think
It's sort of French.
the marketing people might have
Yeah.
something to say about that.
They also say that on top of boxes of Alpen.
Oh, shake it to
what?
wake
Shake it to wake it.
Yeah, they wanted to shake it. So, you know, all the powdered stuff on top. We really don't have time for this. But the powdered stuff on top that tastes incredible, they want that to mix in.
But surely you won't be. It's got nuts in it, Phil.
Yeah, but you've got enough things to take the taste away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what? My children don't like the end of a cereal packet with all the dust.
Oh, I know, I
agree.
don't either.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
Completely.
you
love
don't
it.
like it? Oh, that's the
No.
best bit.
No.
Especially if you've got,
Oh,
especially if you've
no.
got Frosties. It's
Frosties,
like,
yes,
oh,
Frosties,
oh,
yes.
delicious.
No.
I mean, how many of these have we done now? This is episode 6. I've been waiting to say
Episode
this.
6.
6 episodes. I've been holding this back.
Go on.
You said we're going to do a food podcast, so I thought, right, this is my moment. My children, if they've had Cocoa Pops, leave
The milk.
the chocolatey milk at the bottom. I mean, what is
Mm.
wrong with the world? I mean,
That's
it's
sacrilege.
that's the whole point of having Cocoa Pops is to then drink
turns-
the sort of
it turns the milk
chocolate
chocolatey.
again. It does. It does exactly what it
It
says
turns
on
the
the
milk
tin.
chocolatey. And there it is,
Oh.
just going to waste.
So Karen met Clive. He was quite nice to begin with. took her to fancy restaurants.
Bought her Orangina. Anyway,
Bought her Orangina in a Parisian cafe.
James says, does pineapple and grapefruit Fanta, which is because they discontinued Lilt, didn't they? And they pushed it into the Fanta brand, but they reduced the sugar content. Did you know they reduced the sugar content in Lilt and Fanta by 30% between 2008 and 2018, which is why
I
it
can
tastes so
believe
different
that.
now. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you go abroad and you taste these things. It's a very different scenario.
Yeah. So the Lilt, which is Fanta, pineapple, and grapefruit, now has under 5% sugar to get it away from the sugar tax levy that we have in the UK. So that's why they do it. And so effectively everything that we drink now, apart from full fat Coke, pretty much, is what you would have previously been like diet Fanta or whatever. But they've just It's an interesting fact for you. It doesn't taste like Lilt did, James. He asked, did pineapple and grapefruit Fanta still have a totally tropical taste? Sadly, it doesn't. James says Fanta is infinitely better than Tango. Not a question. I'm not sure I agree with that.
Oh no, I would agree. I don't like Tango.
Oh, I like the marketing people at Tango because they reply to my tweets.
Oh, do they?
Are there other flavours that you can compare apart from Orange Tango and Orange Fanta? Other ones that can be compared against each other?
I mean, there is if you've got access to the worldwide flavors of Fanta, because you can have things like apple, which we don't get over here. In over here, we've got icy lemon Fanta, you've got orange, fruit twist, pineapple and grapefruit.
First time I had Fanta was on holiday in Spain, and you used to get it in bottles like glass bottles like Coca Cola, but they had orange, which was Naranja, and lemon, which was limon.
Please.
I mean, the main difference between Tango and Fanta is that Fanta have never orchestrated a campaign where children went deaf because their fellow pupils were slapping them across the head.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
You've been
do you not
Tango.
remember that? You've been Tango.
Oh yes.
I mean, Mrs. Davis of Old Holt First School was very quick to get that banned from the playground.
She used
Quite
to
rightly
steal one of your shoes if you misbehaved in assembly. So then for about an hour afterwards, you had to walk like lopsided. It was a good punishment, actually. Next question. If you could invent your own Fanta flavor, what would you pick?
Oh yeah, I've got
right.
two.
Go for it.
So I got two. One I think probably exists somewhere in the world, and that is a green apple version of Fanta. So
it does exist. It does exist.
Yeah, lovely. And the other
Like
one,
a Granny
I know
Smith.
that. Yeah, lovely old job. And
it'd be
the
better
other
than
one is.
Tango Apple.
Oh yeah, so much better.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Apple Tango. They do green apple in Argentina if you're ever there.
Does it? It tickles the back of my throat. Apple Tango. Do you know what I mean?
Is it, what a treat.
Little tickle. Anyway, and the other one I go for is strawberry bubblegum.
What?
Back in the day, the Hubba Bubba made a fizzy drink, and it was delicious. Hubba Bubba Pink. It was fizzy bubble. Do you remember it, Lewis?
Yeah.
The
big can, yeah.
Oh, I loved it. That along with Tab, which at the time, Tab Clear, which at the time was quite
Coke.
Absolutely extraordinary see-through Coke. So yeah, look it up, kids.
New Zealand did once have blue bubblegum Fanta available only in McDonald's as a frozen drink. It has been discontinued.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm guessing Hubba Bubba doesn't exist out there anymore. But yeah, Hubba Bubba strawberry Fanta, please.
Lewis?
Oh, well, it sounds like Fanta's got all of the elderberry market covered, so we'll steer away from the elderberries. When I was in Israel a few years ago, you used to be able to get pomegranate juice on the side of the road in different sort of kiosks, and I'm just wondering about a sort of a fizzy pomegranate.
Well, pomegranate.
Has it already been done, Phil?
Yeah, if you want pomegranate, you'll be going to South Korea.
Oh. Okay.
They did used to do in and in America they do mixed berry and pomegranate. But if you want pure pomegranate Fanta, the only place you can get it is South Korea. That is all you need to learn from this podcast.
Right. Well, then I don't need to create any more flavors. They're all covered.
You can get pomegranate juice in this country, though.
You can.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it would be fizzy, wouldn't it?
No, it's just pomegranate juice. Exactly
you
what it
can.
says.
You can. We don't have time to talk about pomegranates, but they are a ridiculous fruit. I mean, it's fruits that are just seeds. Don't.
Oh,
Just-
I've come to quite like that.
I don't want the slimy bits falling into my teeth. No, you can keep
Do
it.
you know I've just spent £36 on Amazon on fizzy drink? The dangers of this podcast.
What
I've
have you bought,
spoken-
Mike?
Well, I've bought 2 things. I've bought 3 things, and I had something in my basket already that I've had for a little while. So I've just purchased that. Yeah, I'm going to get it tomorrow. Fantastic. So I already had a 2-pint glass in my basket that I was thinking I'd quite like one of those one day.
2-pint glass.
Why?
Well, a pint is sometimes not enough, and I have to go and refill it.
Is it for next time a prime minister resigns?
Yeah, maybe. Only for water, you understand. And then I was searching up for green apple drinks, and I found there's a company out there called Candy Can. So I've got 12 cans of sour apple, and then I spotted you can get cotton candy. So I've got 12 of those, and bubblegum, 12 of those. So 36 cans. Next time we get together and socialise, boys, we can.
Lovely. I look forward to that.
Maybe a live episode.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, so I would like a Rubicon passion fruit right now. I could
Yeah.
destroy one of them.
I've got quite into
Probably-
Rubicon.
Probably get them on
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah, you can. And passion fruit, it's cheaper than lychee at the moment. I've never had the lychee one because it doesn't appeal to me. It's not a very attractive fruit.
It's very interesting because if you go to like a corner shop and buy one, they're 80p at the moment, 79p. If you go to Tesco's, 50p. Go down the world food aisle. It's absolutely insane. I mean, they're room temperature, which isn't nice, but like the savings down the world food aisle is incredible.
Well, there's a little tip.
Yeah,
There
it's
is a
little
tip.
tip. Everything is. They have cheaper versions down there than in the rest of the named products. It's true.
It's a life hack right there.
That is the life hack stroke tip.
Well, there we go. We've had another question about the thoughts on the Lilt debacle.
Yeah.
I'm very angry about moving it over to Fanta, and the fact that the recipe's changed anyway, so it wasn't really Lilt by the end of it. That's my views.
You get quite angry about food quite regularly. You've written a number of angry letters. Did you write an angry letter to Lilt or Fanta about this?
No, I do remember writing a letter to Mondelez when they took over from Cadbury's and changed the chocolate on the outside of cream eggs from dairy milk chocolate to just standard Cadbury's chocolate. It's not the same. Yeah, I have written quite a few letters.
Phil, I just want to say that I found the whole podcast fascinating. We'll be back next week.
We will. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Kaifa.